My 29F brother, 31, M cheated on his pregnant wife, 31F, with an old ex, 35F. How do I continue my relationship with him? Some background. We have two maternal aunts who have suffered psychological issues. One is a diagnosed bipolar schizophrenic. My brother has always been an angry kid, and as we grew up, he would also keep weird things a secret. Did he graduate college, or did he drop out? What does he do for his main income, etc.? My brother and Sayel have been together for 9, going on 10 years, and have been married for 5 years. They are about to have twin boys. My Sayel is 8 months pregnant. 4 months ago, I would have told you my brother and sister-in-law were endgame, the perfect married couple. Now it's off the rails. It all started, for me, when my sister-in-law announced they would have 2 baby showers, one at her mom's house and one at their house, because both sides of the family are quite large. The shower at her mom's house was first, and I noticed my brother was really miserable. He's my older brother and is often, in my opinion, an ass. But that day it was something different. Maybe it was that my sister-in-law was also a bit miserable, but she's also pregnant with twins, so she can be whatever the hell she wants to be, and that's okay. But my brother's attitude was abnormal for such a happy occasion that I even mentioned it to my boyfriend when I got home, and my mom and I spoke quietly about it at the shower and said a silent prayer for my brother and sister-in-law's, marriage/future. A few days later, my SIL texts me, "Your brother is going through something. I think his bottled up past trauma with your parents is really getting to him as he's becoming a father. I want to support him, but he's completely shutting me out emotionally and physically. I would appreciate it if you could reach out. He needs people who love him. He's not himself. I would also appreciate it if you didn't mention that I sent you to check in. Not trying to spy, don't need a report back. Just want him to have the support he needs." I reply, "Hey, I was thinking about checking in on him honestly, so I won't mention anything. I'm sorry you have to deal with him in his current state. There's definitely reasons why I don't want to be a parent myself, and my brother's having to face probably some of the same tough realities. Is he working today? What's his schedule, do you know?" She replied with his schedule and also told me, "I can only imagine the pain both you and your brother went through growing up. I didn't have that experience, and your brother keeps saying because I didn't, we're too different. He planned a trip to Sedona during Mother's Day weekend to do ayahuasca. WTF, I think to myself. So I give my brother a call and I try my darndest to have a heart-to-heart with him and feel out what's going on with him. I notice he is refusing to use team-building language when talking about the future and the twins. No use of the word we or us when discussing raising the kids. For me, that was a huge red flag. The next big concern for me was when I asked him about the ayahuasca soul-searching journey he was embarking on out of the blue. He wouldn't answer any direct questions about it. Really weird. The whole discussion, he was very nonchalant about everything. It was kind of unnerving, especially when I could feel in my bones that something wasn't right with him in the moment. I let my sister-in-law know that I checked up on my brother, and I wasn't quite sure what to make of him, but he's a bit moody, and he is definitely stressed about the babies. My SIL tells me a few hours later, maybe it isn't about the babies, and he just doesn't love me anymore. He was been emotionally cheating on me with his ex, Hannah, I think. I caught him texting with her since it came up on his phone in the car. I immediately call her. She recounts the last month or so of my brother being emotionally abusive to her, being very mean and spiteful, and him choosing out of the blue to start sleeping in the other bedroom. It seems like he is blaming everything on my Sayel, including being pregnant and all the hormonal and emotional problems that comes with that, like they didn't spend a year doing IUI. It was an emotional conversion, and I was sick to my stomach afterwards. I promised to be there for her and try my best to remind my brother how lucky he is in life to have her and how wonderful their future was going to be if he sticks it out, because marriage is hard and love is a choice. 2 short weeks later, my brother and SIL have their second baby shower. This is 1 week before Mother's Day, the weekend that my brother was going to AZ to do ayahuasca. All goes off without a hitch. I steal away a moment of my Sil's time before the party kicks off to check in, and she said they have had an emotional and psychical connection the other day and seem to be hopefully taking a positive turn. Good! Fast forward to now, almost a month later, and the jig is up and the news is out. Everyone in the entire family knows. While we're all very concerned that my brother is most likely going through his first manic bipolar episode, I'm still reeling from the fact that my brother, the man 14 months older than me, the cornerstone of my existence, is not the person I thought he was. I mean, I literally have a living will drafted up saying he is the executor of my estate and the person who can dictate my care if I'm unable to. Now, I don't know if I would trust him to watch a fridge run. I don't know what to make of anything. This is obviously a developing situation, and it's very upsetting. I think the most upsetting thing is that my brother spoke to one of his best friends, friend of almost 15 years, I would say, and he didn't mention one thing about his marriage falling apart or flying his ex-GF out for the weekend with him, or flying back down to AZ again for another weekend with his ex-GF. The only thing he mentioned was, oh yeah, Sil plans to get a C-section. And his poor friend had to learn the hard way after his wife spoke to my Sil about C-sections. My brother's attitude through this whole ordeal has been that he's the victim because my Sil never lets him have a say, and that Sil's parents are overbearing. He has been robotic in all responses and isolating himself with his ex-GF. If he just wanted out of the marriage, he could have had a conversation. He didn't have to go nuclear. If he really wasn't happy, why did they spend all that time on fertility? It makes no sense, though. And to add, apparently my brother is looking for engagement rings for Hannah. He is running up the joint credit card. Thankfully, Sil has moved her income and opened her own private accounts. My dad is convinced my brother is a no-good gold digger, but most of the family and friends think he is showing signs of bipolar disorder. The overspending on spontaneous flights to AZ makes me agree with that thinking. But my brother did make gold digger remarks when he started going on dates before he met his wife. Didn't think anything of it when their relationship lasted so long. Any advice on traversing what is probably going to be the hardest year of my life? Anyone dealt with something similar? How did you maintain a relationship with your sibling? Did you maintain a relationship with your sibling? TLDR. My brother lost his mind and threw away the last 10 years to be with his ex-GF Hannah. This wife is pregnant with twins expected any day now, and the whole family knows everything. Brother is playing the victim and been very robotic about the whole thing.